Welcome back to another episode of Merch Day Social with my host, with my brother, Uzwe, as I am your host, Swe. We back, baby. Reviewing another round of matches from the weekend. How did you feel about the fixtures from the weekend?
Yeah, we're back, bro. I'd like to apologize to our viewers. We haven't posted in a while, so got a bit busy, but we're back with a bang. So, from the last match day, which was the past weekend,
Yes, of
yeah,
course.
so Liverpool was playing
Oh my
Chelsea,
God.
and they
Yes.
lost 2-1. Again, they lost in
They've
stoppage
lost.
time.
They've lost 3 games in a row, which is a cause for concern because I'm not saying. Why am I saying they've lost? We have lost 3 games in a row, right? Which is a very. It's a cause for concern because I don't want to make up excuses and whatnot, right? And I expect my team to go out there and perform, even
Yeah.
with the new players. Even though sometimes it takes a while for new players to bed in, you
Yeah.
know, a lot of new players and all that stuff. So it's a very cause for concern because um, I'm still trying to figure out what Arne Slot wants the team to play like the system,
Yeah,
right?
because clearly they haven't gelled in his new. Because I
Exactly,
feel like
and
he tweaked the system a bit more. He added more
yeah, and
pieces.
there's
He
like
wants the number 10 to be more functional.
exactly
Yeah,
right, and sometimes the number 10 sort of like comes back too deep
yeah,
to get the ball,
yeah,
which he shouldn't be doing because he has to be secure with the midfield.
yeah.
Gravenberg and McAllister have to,
But I think
provide the security.
but I think he also has to help out in midfield because he's the integral part in linking the midfield to attack. Right?
Yes, but the thing is, there are way too many gaps. Even when teams hitting, it's easier for teams to hit us in transition. Way too many gaps, right?
Yeah.
For instance, Salah is on a bad run of form, right? Salah would have scored so many goals by now. We all know what kind
We
of
know.
player
But
he is.
I
We know
think
the quality.
what Arne Slot is trying to do is trying to release the burden from Salah, right? He wants to
Yeah,
release the burden. He wants them to share goals amongst them. So he just wants to make sure. For instance, Salah hasn't played with an out-and-out striker for for a while. I won't count Darwin Nunes because he wasn't a starter because he was playing with Firmino and Mane. So he hasn't played with an out-and-out striker like Ekitike
Isak
with
and
Isak
stuff.
and all of that. At the same time, what I picked up from the Chelsea game, Salah is currently on a bad run of form. I would say maybe he's isolated. The right hand side of the system isolate Salah because what I also noticed the time I was playing with Frimpong, right? Frimpong used to get ahead of Salah
Overlap.
and on that right flank,
But
which
that's what
shouldn't
he's
be the
good
case.
at.
Yeah,
That's
but
what is good.
I think that space should be for Salah unless he's drifting inside, and then Frimpong might offer support in that role. You get my point?
But yeah, but another thing is that uh, last season when we won the league, right? Usala wasn't doing any tracking back, right? And it
Yeah.
worked in our favor because he wasn't tracking back, and there was a player in Trent who he could find him anywhere,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
because he used
that
to
was
drift into midfield and all of that.
exactly, was that was the advantage. But now there's a there's a dynamic shift into what we play because obviously Trent is not there. We've got Frimpong, you know, different kinds of players and all that stuff. But we can't afford even like now, right? You're still trying to put these players in your crickets, vets and whatnot, ne? We can't afford to give Usala that much freedom now because there's a lot more sort of like star quality players in the team.
Yeah, they have to be involved with that game.
Exactly.
The game, yes.
Everything doesn't have to flow through Salah now.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, Verts is there, Ekatike, Isaac is there,
Gakpo.
and all that stuff. But what I would say though is McAllister has not been up to the standard he was at so far.
Yeah.
Gravenberg, you can say another thing because he's on form, but like most of the team is not really playing well. Even Konate is getting exposed left, right, and center.
No, I think with your back line, right? Kerkez is still settling in, right?
Yes, but what I like about Kirk is he's had good games, like
Yeah,
the
he
like
has.
the derby
He
against
has, but
Everton
what I'm
was very
the
good.
point I'm trying to make, Kerkez is still trying to settle in, but he has been decent as well.
Yeah.
With Van Dijk and Konate, I feel like with Van Dijk, sometimes too far away in order for them to where they should be closing a man down.
Yes, I
They're
get
splitting
that.
apart. That's my
Yes.
issue. That also happened in the first game against Bournemouth when Semenyo was charging towards goal.
They were facing back towards goal,
But
I don't know why they
should
did
have
that.
done enough
Yeah,
to close
them
the gap, to
down
close the
quickly.
space.
Yeah, to close them
So
down
that's
quickly.
even I know Konate he always marks the players, but he's a bit clumsy. I'm aware of that, but at the same time, I feel like Van Dijk is not offering as much support in that aspect when they're playing together.
You know what I wish would have been. I wish Konate had competition for that role.
Van Dijk as well.
Yes, but yes, even though he's captain, but he won't get benched because he's captain. It's hard to bench a captain.
Yeah, but I think Arne Slot has to address that issue because of Van Dijk
Like we are very much low on centre backs. Giovanni Leone
is injured
tore
for the
his
rest of the season.
ACL
Yes.
in that game against Southampton in the Carabao Cup. Gomez is just injury prone, so we have like two centre backs.
But Gomez is versatile in any defensive position.
Yes, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because he can play
I
right
think he
back.
can, I think
and all
he,
that stuff.
yeah, I think he can provide competition. Going back to this issue with the slots keep playing Soboslai at right back.
I don't like that.
I
You
think
know why? Like
Yeah.
I don't like it when there's like right backs available. You have your Conor Bradley and
have your
obviously your
Frimpong.
Frimpong.
yeah.
That should be like an emergency thing, just like how it was against Arsenal or whatever, right? So where we
Yeah,
didn't have
you know,
any
any-
fit number twos,
Yes,
you know.
yeah.
So I just think that should be a last resort thing. It couldn't be a common occurrence in terms of him just playing right back.
But I think with the Frimpong is used to playing as a wing back compared to a natural right back.
But you can't
So
change the system.
he has to.
Like okay,
he
we
has to
can,
adapt to that.
we can change the system, but we're not gonna play 3 at the back. We can
Yeah,
play
yes,
4-3-3.
that I know.
We
But
can play 4-3-3.
Conor Bradley, he is good at marking. Is good at taking wingers on and all of that.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Liverpool team is more secure with him at right back. And
But
at the
we
same
haven't
time,
seen much of
at the same
Frimpong
time,
either.
with Soboslai, I feel like he's trying to fill that void that Trent left, where you can have someone at right back who's also being able to fill in to drift into
provide
midfield
the
as
pass
well.
and stuff.
Exactly.
Yes, but I just think Osobo is there because of his tenacity. You know, he's in sort of like, what am I saying? Tenacity or whatever. Tenacity.
His work rate.
Yeah, his work rate basically. He's there because of that. Because you all know he has stamina for days. He can run for the whole game. You know, even when he's playing his natural position, the 10, right? He also provides a lot, but obviously he could be scoring more and assisting more.
Yeah.
Right. But his absence in the team is felt, even when when he's not there. So, which brings me to another issue that we have. Gakpo.
Gakpo tried in the second half. Gakpo tried in the second half, bro. In that attack, he was the only one that was trying to make something. Hence why he got a goal.
Yes, he got a goal. Yes,
It was
lovely,
good to react
lovely
in that
touch
moment.
by
Yeah.
Isak, by the way. Right, he got a goal, Okay, I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
But I just think off the ball, he's useless off the ball. I
That's
just feel like
why. That's
it's
why.
yeah. That's why you shouldn't have sold Diaz because
Exactly. Diaz played a
presses
crucial
from the
pass
front.
because he brought that energy to press teams out front.
Up front, yeah.
Yes.
You
So
know,
that's the issue I
even
have.
Darwin
Yeah,
had
yeah.
that.
At times Darwin had that, but Diaz was the focal point in that role up
Yeah,
front.
I think we shouldn't
As
have
well
sold
as
him.
Chiesa deserves more, guys. Chiesa deserves
Yeah,
more.
as
He
much as
deserves
we,
more
as
game
much
time.
as much as we say we shouldn't have sold Diaz, whatever. Kiesa's there.
Chiesa's there.
He's there. I just
Every
don't
time
get
he
why.
came on, he made an impact in the game. The Crystal
Exactly.
Palace game, the
He
Bournemouth
scored,
game,
yes.
and that League Cup game when you
Yes.
guys were playing.
Exactly.
What team you guys were playing?
Southampton.
Yes, yes. Ooh, and he had a man of the match performance. He provided 2 assists in that
You
game
get
as well.
me.
So Chiesa
I don't
is
get
there.
why he's not starting games. Chiesa.
Hey, it should be like
man.
proper give him a good run of games. You will see what
Like
Chiesa is capable
yes,
of.
get Gakpo to fear for his place. He must sit on the bench. Start Chiesa. You get me?
Exactly.
You know, it's good for the team anyway because if
Exactly.
this one is
Yeah, you have to
performing, this
compete
one
for
is gonna up
spots.
his game as well.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah, going back to midfield. Midfield, I feel like you said with McAllister, I feel like he has to like drop to the bench a bit and then play Jones with Gravenberch.
Yeah. You can.
And one more thing, Vets has to show up now. He has to try and show
Hey,
up.
bruh, Verts hasn't been playing bad, bro. I'm just gonna say this. He hasn't been playing bad.
Hey, but in the Chelsea game was non-existent.
How was he non-existent? He created a chance for Salah and Salah scuffed it.
That's the only time, bro. But it was non-existent in that game.
That game, the whole team was non-existent. You can't put it on him.
Yes, I know. The whole team was playing badly, right? I don't dispute that. But I'm saying we need more impact from Vets.
Yes, but I'm gonna say this. With Verts, as much as you haven't seen him, you know, like in second gear and all that stuff, he hasn't been playing bad, right? He even created the most chances in the league alongside with Jack Grealish. So the boy hasn't been bad. The talent is there. We all know what he can do. But I think the team has to start playing well. You get me?
Yeah, I get
Because
your
you can't
point.
be providing passes to these guys and these guys are not taking the chances. But what I will critique him on though is that when he's in a shooting position, he should just shoot and
Yeah.
not look for teammates.
Yeah.
Just
He's
bang
taking
it in
too
the top
many-
corner.
Or probably taking one too many touches.
Exactly. You get me.
Yeah.
So he just needs to fix that. But to me, he hasn't been playing very bad. It's just that the team is not playing well.
Hey, but one more thing in that game. Okay, speaking about Chelsea, Caicedo there was a man of the match performance.
Yeah,
Caicedo,
man.
right?
Yeah.
He ran the
He
middle
ran
of
the
the park.
he ran the
the
show,
middle of,
man.
of the
Yeah.
park in that game. And remember when Esteval came on, I told you that watch out.
Yeah, dog. I knew it
Esteval is
because
very
I just
dangerous.
don't get how Robertson, was
Ball watching. and
ball
then-
watching
yeah.
at the back post, dog. It's
And
the
they left
dying
the man
seconds of
behind.
the game. You get me?
Yeah.
I just don't get that. And also, what I don't get is how did we could have won that game. I'm not saying obviously Chelsea was a better team, but we could have stole that game.
Yeah.
Could have stole the points. But I just didn't get how Slot he brought to Endo on. Endo's the type of player you bring in when you are winning a game.
Yeah, if you
Not
want to
drawing
maintain that
again.
control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I hope the international break will bring some clarity and all that
And he
stuff.
has more time
Exactly.
to analyze everything going forward.
Everything, yeah. But
So-
obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so moving forward, there was a United game when they were playing Sunderland over the weekend. United
Yeah,
won
Manchester
the game
United.
2-0.
Yes.
I'd say so far this season, there was the game that we got to see what United are trying to do.
And what exactly United are trying to do?
If you look at that game, right, Mount Mount is gonna be
Scored,
very
right?
important for
Yeah.
the system because it brings that energy up front. And one more thing, Sesko is very comfortable on the ball. I think the past 2 games, the Brentford game as well as the Sunderland game, is I've seen him at his sharpest. Yes, that's the best I've seen from him in terms of his contribution to the game, right? So I think Ruben Amorim, his tactics in that game, they offered something that United fans, that's I would say something positive for the team, right? Because even though our midfield, I'm still insecure about our midfield. At the same time, he's still trying to make sure that the team plays well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously Mbeumo is a workhorse.
Very good player.
Yeah, as well as Mount. And one more thing, I don't want to see any 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 games going forward with Dalo starting, whether at wing back, at left wing back, or at right wing back. Dalo has been at United for I think he came in 2018, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, under Jose.
He's been there for the longest of time. He's only had one good season.
Which one?
The time he won Player of the Year, was it 2022?
Under
I'm not
Ole.
sure. But no, something, I think it was under Ten Hag. I think it was, yeah, but recently he only had one good season. He went to Milan on loan earlier in his career, his United career. He did good at Milan, right? But he's not good enough. It's not good enough. You know why? In that Brentford game for their third goal, the player who scored the goal, right before he received the ball, he ran towards him, and then he didn't cover that position.
Didn't cover the space.
He
is that
didn't
what you
cover
said?
that space. He drifted inwards, right?
So you're trying to tell me his
So-
awareness is not so
Yeah, his
good.
awareness sometimes is off position. I think obviously Dogu is our left wing back, and Mazraoui and Ahmad are the ones who should be starting in that position, right? But whenever there's a fit Mazraoui,
The thing is,
whenever there's a fit Mazraoui,
he has
he
to
offers
start,
something
yeah.
in the team.
the thing is with Patrick Dogu, ne? Patrick Dogu is a good player, man. You get me? But the inconsistency.
He'll get there.
Yeah,
He
will
will
there,
get
but
there.
I'm just highlighting
Yeah,
that he's just
yeah.
so inconsistent at the moment.
but I'm
you know?
also insecure about our back three. Okay, obviously you have Yoro. Yoro has had a good. Yoro and
Yeah,
Delict have
Yoro,
had a
good
solid start to the
yeah.
season. Luke Shaw is a bit slow compared to them.
Luke Shaw is a liability, boy. Luke Shaw in
I
2025.
feel like even though
dog.
Martinez will be, I heard that Martinez will be back after the international break, right? So
yes.
I think he should be
He
playing
can
eight
play,
in heaven.
yeah, play there.
Because he's
Oh,
also
Aiden
left
never-
centre back. Yeah, Shaw is slow for that position. So
Slow.
I think my issue is the personnel at left centre back, as well as the personnel in midfield. Casemiro doesn't have the legs, but is a better option than Ugarte currently.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
And Bruno dropping deep, I'm still not convinced. Even though
Okay.
I'm still
Let
not
me
convinced.
just. You said
we need
said-
more
wait.
athleticism in
Okay,
midfield.
yes, of course, right? Because you're playing a two-man midfield.
Mm.
Right. So, which brings me to this question. Last time you said you don't like Bruno in that double pivot in midfield.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So, and then you went on to say he should be playing in the front
Exactly,
three.
he should be competing,
Right.
with Mbeumo
Okay.
and Cunha.
So, in your opinion, who should be starting in that front three?
In that front three, in my opinion,
Yeah.
obviously it's Sesko.
Yes, he's a striker.
Mbeumo, obviously.
Yeah.
Cunha, I think is gonna, if it doesn't show up now, Mount is gonna start ahead of him.
Yes, but what does that leave Bruno, his captain? Remember.
That's my issue. Is captain, bro. That's my issue. But what I'm trying to imply is there shouldn't be any favorites, right? S- you, sometimes Bruno even plays whenever he's on the worst run of form. I know
Yeah, yeah, that's not
it's some
nice.
cases he bailed United out in games and all of that. I don't dispute that. I acknowledge that.
But sometimes it doesn't pass, Bruno. Bruh.
Yeah, but
Yes, he's a good player, but I feel like sometimes he just wants to be the star of the team. Well, he is
he is,
basically,
yeah.
but sometimes I just feel like he just does too much and it doesn't come off. But what I would say about him is a good player, and it's gonna be hard dropping him because he's the captain. It's very hard
Yeah, that's
dropping a
my
captain.
issue.
Dog, man,
That's my issue.
I saw Henderson playing on his worst run of form, and I was, calling for him to be benched. Never did he get benched. It's hard, benching your captain.
Yeah, but we'll see. Hopefully in January, we're able to get a midfielder. We'll see what happens. So moving on, Arsenal are now first in the league.
Yes, they won
right?
2-0
They
against
won
West
2-0
Ham.
against West Ham. Do you think they'll be able to keep up with the if basically do you think they'll be able to maintain to hold the number one spot?
Um,
Still
I
early
think
in the
it
season,
depends.
obviously.
Yeah, still very early in the season too. It depends. If Liverpool fix up, right? Obviously, they also, like, they're gonna wanna be there, right?
Yeah,
Because now
and City are gaining momentum
and City,
as well. Even though they're a bit scruffy this season,
exactly,
but
but
they're
they
gaining
are
momentum.
gaining momentum. They are winning games and all
Yeah.
that stuff, right? So I think Arsenal can. Okay, let's say come January,
Mm.
or okay, come January, and Arsenal are still top. They can still win it.
But the thing is with Arsenal, it's up to their manager because sometimes he takes his foot off the gas.
Yeah. But
He's not willing to take risk. I don't think they have the mental capacity to hold on to that number one
They
spot.
can.
They
This
have
season, they can.
they
But they
have
have a good squad this season.
they have a good squad on paper. But the issue is if they aren't strong mentally,
They won't get over the line.
they won't get it over the line.
I think Arsenal can do it, dog. But I wouldn't want to see that. But
I don't want Arsenal
if-
to win the league, bro.
me too. I also don't want
I'd
it.
rather have City
But
in the league.
but
dog.
if Liverpool and City falter, it's there for the taking for Arsenal. Simple as that.
Yeah, because also Chelsea is inconsistent. They have their
Yeah,
own issues.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's there for the taking for
Another
Arsenal.
thing with Chelsea.
But I would love to see a 3-horse race.
Another thing with Chelsea. Enzo is getting away with a lot in that midfield.
How, dog?
You know why?
Why?
Caicedo is covering a lot of ground for
No,
Enzo.
dog, no. Because Caicedo played with Gusto in midfield during the weekend. And Gusto did very well in terms of, like, marking McAllister. As much as Caicedo was running the show.
But watch out for Enzo. That's
Where's
what I'm trying
Enzo?
to
Wait,
say.
he played number 10 because Palmer wasn't there.
Yeah, I was playing number 10, but what I'm trying to say is I also picked that up in the United game and the previous games that I watched. Who is riding on McAllister most of the time?
Who?
Enzo.
What do you mean riding on?
Is right on. Oh, Caicedo. I mean.
Oh,
running on
are you
Caicedo.
trying to say that he's a bit overrated?
Not overrated necessarily, but at the same time, I don't feel like he's working as hard.
Or like doing enough, basically.
Exactly,
Oh,
for the
okay,
team.
I
Yeah.
get it.
So, moving on.
Moving on. Ballon d'Or. We have to talk about the Ballon d'Or, boy.
Yeah,
we gotta
so
talk about it. The big question is with regards to the Ballon d'Or. As much as Ousmane Dembele won it, obviously there was no other candidate that deserved it more than him, right?
Yeah.
Because of what he did with PSG last season. But I'm struggling to I'm struggling to understand how Yamil, oh, Yamal,
Yamal.
yes, Lamine Yamal, how did he scam his way into the second spot?
I think I
Should
think
have
the
been
issue
Rafinha,
is
dog.
I think the issue at Barcelona was they should have pushed
Rafinha more.
Rafinha. They should have campaigned. Yeah, they should have pushed Rafinha for the Ballon d'Or more because he had the numbers to back
And the
him up.
performances.
The performances, he was he's a big game player for Barcelona last
for
season,
Barca,
right?
yeah.
So they should have
Pushed him more.
they should have pushed him more. And if they did, who knows? Maybe he could have won it because he should have been second.
Yeah, he should have
Exactly.
been second, but he wasn't gonna win it, obviously, right? And then you have Vitinha came third, right?
Yeah, it was third, Vitinha. I think that's a deserved spot for Vitinha. I feel like
Is it though?
Mendes was 10th. He
No,
should have,
no.
yeah,
Oh,
it should
yeah,
have been.
yeah.
I Mendes should have.
Nah, he shouldn't have been 10th. Mendes should have been higher than 10th. At
Yeah, he
least
should have
fourth
been.
or something.
I don't know what's happening. Why was Cole Palmer in the top 10?
Because he won the Conference League and the club. Like, obviously, the Club World Cup weighs more than the Conference League. I think that's why
If
he
that's
was
the
there.
case, he should have been
Because
10th
he was
at least.
balling in America.
He should have been 10th at least. I feel like Pedri should have been in the top 10.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't. I think it was 11th. Let me just check.
Yeah. I think this Ballon d'Or thing, I can never understand the criteria. One year it's you have to win the Champions League to win it, and the other years it's all about goals, but you didn't win the Champions League. I can't just put my finger on it. But the thing
Yes,
is,
Pedri was 11th.
top 10, what was the top
Varaskelia
10?
was 12th. Hurricane 13th. Desiree Due 14th. Victor Gyökeres 15th. Vinicius 16th. Robert Lewandowski. No, I think this isn't accurate. Because McTominay is not in the top 20.
And that one is in the top 20.
Right.
How? I thought he was in the top 20. Oh,
It was.
McTominay.
Sure.
What are my rankings? Wait.
Let's see. Let me check on this thing.
What are you using there to search? Because
I was on Google, so.
there's the list here on call. I just found it. It says in the my ads. Scott McTominay is number 20, right?
He's 18th. Oh, he's 18th.
Who?
McTominay.
Dude.
Yeah, he's 18th. Yeah, he's in the top 20 years. He's 18th.
But Olise should have been. Olise
Should have been higher up.
Yeah, should have been
yeah,
ranked higher than even
because he was
Yamal.
30th. Aye, come on. I feel like the PR is just that the PR. Just like, was it Arsene Wenger who said it's a popularity contest? Who was
Yeah, I
it?
could never put my finger on the criteria of that thing because these journalists that are voting, man, it's not.
But
It's not make sure.
But
Because-
a well-deserved award for Dembele.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
considering
there was,
that he
everyone
did,
was
he
saying
didn't have
he
he
deserved
was
it.
was injury prone at Barcelona and then
Yeah,
was able to revive his career
It's
when
like
he
a full
sold
circle
PSG.
moment for
Yeah,
him.
it was a full circle moment for him.
Yeah.
So moving on. Barcelona Sevilla played Barcelona over the weekend.
and
Real
then they
Madrid played
got spanked
yeah,
4-1.
spanked 4-1. I think that Barcelona highlight is gonna feed teams this season. I don't think they have
feed teams.
Yeah.
Feed, as
Yeah.
in like give them, as in like it's a weakness for Barca.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I think they don't have the legs to hold that high line.
Who was playing Kubasi and
Araujo.
Kunde? Araujo.
Kunde,
Araujo is
right
there.
back, Arajo, Basi, Kupasi at left back.
And Balde.
Baldo came on. I think it was that other kid, that Jonathan, what?
Yeah, I forgot his
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Another thing with Kunde, whenever they're marking him, it's just, I feel like he's not physically,
Like that aggressive.
he's not aggressive enough physically, because often than not, he's always like being pushed off easily and all of that, right? I felt like when Inigo Martinez left for Saudi, he was their best defensive option ahead of after Okupas.
Yeah, because Araujo, no, it's not make sure he's the
Arajo was playing
He's the
against his
newness
own
of
team,
centre
bro.
backs. Araujo, I don't know. That guy is captain. Who's captain there? Him.
Arajo, Barcelona captain. Wait.
I am not sure who's captain there. But all in all, biggest talking points of the weekend regarding Barca. Rashford scored for Barca, and he had a man of the match performance, even though they lost. Can you imagine that, dog? A man of the match performance, even though you lost.
Ter Stegen is the captain,
Oh,
but is out injured currently.
Who's the vice? Araujo.
No, I don't think so. No, Araujo is not even a prominent starter at Barca now.
Ah, okay.
Oh yes, it's him.
The vice. I knew he was vice. Yeah,
it's him. It's him.
La Masia product. That's.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens with Barcelona. Madrid are top again since Barca dropped points. Atletico played a 1-0 draw against Celta Vigo.
Atletico will turn up against Real Madrid and beat Real Madrid.
And then go under the radar.
It's not going under the radar. They just flopped the next game.
Come on, bro. Come on. Atletico, bro.
They could do better, ne?
They can do better. Yeah, they have the team. I don't know. I feel like Atletico has that small team mentality, bro. I think it's the same issue with Arsenal. It's just that Arsenal are performing better than Atletico.
But Atletico have the trophies to show for it, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the difference. The difference between them and Arsenal.
I think Atletico, at some point, they're gonna have to get rid of Simeone.
Yeah, haram football, Baba. Ateta. Simeone, haram football.
Yeah. But Simeone, I don't think he plays haram football too much now, dog. It's very different than when he had Abo Juan Fran,
Or Savage.
Savage, Diego Godin, and all that stuff. You know, he has a different team now, but I'm really not sure about them either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, international break now is here.
I didn't cover Real Madrid.
Yes, we did speak about Madrid. You said Madrid are top.
Yeah, they're top. Yeah.
Who was the stand-up performer then for Madrid
currently?
in the weekend?
In the weekend, I did not watch the game, but obviously Mbappe scored. Vini scored.
Vini scored.
Yeah, he scored. Did Vini score a brace? I think he scored a brace.
It was a 4-1 win. 3-1.
3-1.
3-1. Oh, yes. Did you score a brace? Hey, but Mbappe is on a good run of form, bruh.
Yeah,
Mbappe
he is
having a good season so far. Where's Jude?
Jude
is back from injury.
He's back from injury, but he's not starting. Because one thing I picked up from that Atletico game, it needed a technical midfielder like a Denis Ceballos. It didn't have that personnel.
Where is that? He went to Marseille, right? No,
he didn't go.
He's riding the bench.
He started the last game.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like him playing with Ada Gula as well as Valverde or sometimes Tchouaméni plays. I think the midfield is more stable with him because he's that ball carrying midfielder is able to
drift into small spaces and all that stuff.
So
but to Trent to start, did he start to Trent at the weekend?
No, Trent is injured, bro.
Oh yes,
Trent is injured.
Okay. Sorry, Trent.
Yeah, Trent is injured.
But well, all in all, it's been quite an interesting open to the
Yes,
season.
Vini scored a brace. Yeah,
Ah,
he
one
scored a
lost.
penalty and a goal, obviously Mbappe. And Mika Tate from Georgia. Remember Mika Tate? I think it's a forward player. He plays for Villarreal now. He's playing with
Yeah, I
for
don't know
Lyon.
that guy. I
But
only
for
know
sure,
Pepe there, boy.
yeah. So yeah,
In fourth and them.
yeah. So yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, guys. International break now. When does football return again? Club football
Club football returns.
in 2 weeks.
Bafana is playing on Friday and they're playing on Tuesday. That other weekend, yeah, just the following weekend after this one.
Oh,
Football should be
okay.
back.
Yeah, I should be back.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
guys, tune in for more episodes. Season is well underway. Any words, bro?
any words? We are qualifying for the World Cup in the
On
next
Friday, we are going to watch
in the
the
next
Bafana
two
game.
games. Even though we deducted 3 points, we're still gonna make it for the World Cup.
Yeah, we have to,
Nigeria
man.
obviously are gonna help us to qualify.
Because they have to beat Benin.
Yeah, they have to beat Benin in the last game. They'll be playing against Benin. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But definitely South Africa, Bafana is going to the World Cup. Definitely,
My
definitely. Yeah.
Stay tuned, guys, for more episodes. Lovely discussions as always. Subscribe and follow and like and comment and all that jazz. We out. How many minutes? 30 minutes. Huh? I knew we were going so long. How